Are we on the brink of a mass extinction event that could wipe out three-quarters of all animal species? And could humans be the next casualties of our own environmental recklessness? It's a question that's no longer just a hypothetical doomsday scenario, but a very real possibility, according to journalist and author Elizabeth Colbert. As we ponder this existential threat, let's take a step back and consider the big five mass extinctions that have nearly wiped out life on Earth in the last half-billion years. Climate change, intense ice ages, volcanoes, and that infamous space rock that took out the dinosaurs. All of these have played a role in shaping the history of our planet. But this time, we have no one but ourselves to blame. A recent study published in Science Advances suggests that the current extinction rate could be more than 100 times higher than normal, with as many as three-quarters of animal species potentially going extinct within several human lifetimes. That's a staggering number, and it's not just limited to the kinds of animals we know and love. The oceans and forests are home to countless species that will likely disappear before we even get to know them. Colbert, whose book The Sixth Extinction won this year's Pulitzer Prize, says that we're already living in a time of very elevated extinction rates, on the order of what you'd see in a mass extinction event. And it's not just a natural phenomenon. Human activities are squarely to blame. Overhunting, habitat destruction, invasive species, climate change. The list of culprits goes on and on. Island populations, like those found in New Zealand, are particularly vulnerable to extinction. With no natural predators, these species have evolved in isolation, making them incredibly susceptible to the changes we're making to their habitats. And it's not just island species. Those with restricted ranges or specific habitat requirements are also in deep trouble. The evidence for human involvement in this extinction event is overwhelming. As Colbert notes, there are very few extinctions in the last 100 years that wouldn't have occurred without human activity. We're the ones loading the gun, and it's time to take responsibility. So can we slow down the loss of life? Colbert says that there are plenty of ways we could do things better, from changing fertilizer regimens to reducing our carbon footprint. But the fundamental question remains: can 7.3 billion people, and counting, live on this planet with all the species that are still around? Or are we on a collision course that will imperil not just other species, but our own? The other five mass extinctions took several million years to recover from, which raises a haunting possibility. We might never live in a world that's not in some state of recovery from a major extinction event. And as for humans being the victim of our own mass extinction, Colbert's response is chilling. You wouldn't want to find out. As we gaze into the abyss, it's clear that the question is no longer just about the survival of other species, but about the kind of world we want to live in and the kind of future we want to create for ourselves and all the creatures that share this planet. Humans have a choice to make. Our survival and that of countless other species hangs in the balance. The question is, will we pull the trigger or take a step back?